Hi, Jonathan Godfrey, On-Site Wastewater Professionals. I'm here today with Benchmark Supply, and we're looking at some machine controls. Mike, you guys have a pretty innovative product that can solve a problem. One of the problems we've got in our industry, like a lot of others, is manpower. So being able to get qualified people on the job site to help, and over the years, septic install has been labor intensive, where you have an operator on the machine, but you have a man in the ditch running the grade rod.
Right.
And over the years, we've seen different attempts to solve this problem with laser control. You guys have a different system here that really takes it a step further. What do you have here for us?
This is the iDIG 2D excavator system. It basically gives you all that information on a color touchscreen inside the cab with the operator. And then you also have a LED light bar here that will also show you your elevation if you're above or below grade.
And so, I guess generation one, there was a receiver that I could mount on the boom of my excavator. And that receiver simply gave me a visual indication if I was high or low, but it was conditioned on I had to lock the boom out. And as the operator, a lot of things had to go right to get that one done. Yeah. This does a lot more. There's multiple sensors on here that are understanding the tilt or the angles.
It is understanding tilt, angles. So you have 4 sensors. This one that you can't see here, this is mounted underneath the seat in the cab. This one accounts for tilt and rotation of the machine. These sensors are mounted outside on the boom stick and the dog bone just above the bucket. All of these sensors are communicating wirelessly together. They all know they're updating 10 times a second to give you an accurate position at the cutting edge of your bucket.
Really? And that's an accurate position regardless of bucket roll, boom angle, all of that is taken into account and processed. So throughout the sweep of your dig, there's an understanding of where the teeth of that bucket are. And that is a big step forward. Before we could use the boom kind of as a grade rod and check, and we roughly could understand. This is throughout the stroke we can understand depth.
Yes.
That's awesome. Yes. And we get a visual indication inside the cab of where we are and how we're doing on grade there.
That's correct.
Fantastic.
So if you wanted to set grade, say on this table, I can set that bucket down right there. I can click this button, zero that out. So now it's giving me a cut and fill to the point that I just zeroed my bucket teeth on. This LED bar here, if I'm above grade, it's showing me above.
So you get a visual on this, and you get the visual in the screen.
If I'm below grade, it's showing me below there. If I set back on my grade, I'm green here for on grade.
So,
and then you do have your visual there. If you wanted to see the actual number to the nearest 100th of a foot, it tells me those numbers are raising, so I'm 1.32 feet above my grade point right here.
And if we stay on grade, it's showing 0 right there. I'm going to roll this bucket.
Okay.
And so if I roll the bucket and put it back on grade here, even though I've rolled the bucket some, it's still showing me on grade. And I'll straighten it out and put it back, and it's still showing me on grade. Correct. It takes those changes in bucket roll and understands those, and that's a big step forward. Now, let's say I found grade and I want to dig a 24-inch trench bottom, so I'm going to be 24 inches deep. I can set that depth. So this is 0, and you can put in there 2 feet deeper than that.
Yes.
And we would now establish our baseline 24 inches below the ground surface, right?
That's correct.
So we input that in from our permit, and we go.
Yep, and to do that, you just click on the number, type in a 2 for 2 feet, and now it's telling you to cut 2 feet to get to your depth.
So we're 2 feet above where we need to be.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, we don't have enough boom links here.
But if I get down there,
I should have picked a smaller number.
So yeah, I still got to cut a foot to get down to that 2 foot
awesome.
depth.
Pretty awesome. So big questions for our installers are going to be ease of use. So we're going to start at the beginning. Is it going to be something that I have to give up my equipment for a week while it's being complex install? Is it an elaborate process to get this system installed on my equipment, or can it be installed on only certain brands? Is it brand specific or about?
It is not brand or size specific. So
Okay.
mini excavator all the way up to a full size excavator. We're not brand specific. We can put it on any excavator. We have also done some rubber tired backhoes
Okay.
as well.
Do I lose my equipment for 3 weeks while you guys work on it? How long does
No,
that install take?
Average about 4 hours.
Oh, wow, okay.
And then
So
maybe
this
an
is-
hour or two training with the operator.
Okay.
And then we also offer remote support as well. So if the operator has a question 2 weeks after install, he can call our support team and we'll answer his questions.
All right, so that gets me started, but now day to day, the next question the installer's gonna ask me are, I unload my equipment, I've got this installed on it, how long is the process for me to calibrate on that job site to kind of get started? How quick is the process to find grade and do that? I'm still gonna set up a laser on the job site, right? There'll be a laser that this is working off of, like you would on any other, but how long is that to get going?
It doesn't take you but maybe a minute to power this system on.
Okay.
And you set the laser up just like you would if you were measuring grade with your
Right.
grade rod, and then this will tie right in with that. So there's really no
It
additional.
understands where that laser is, establishes benchmark, and we dig, right?
That's right.
That is awesome. All right, so fantastic stuff here. It even understands slopes and angles because of the sensor under the seat. It can
does,
understand
yeah.
that as well.
If I tilt this, you'll see your buckets kind of tilting
Yeah,
there as it's accounting for
That's
that.
pretty awesome. And so one of the things that would help you with in our world is we've got to dig level trench bottoms. It would help you see when you haven't leveled your machine up, right?
Yes, and it'll show you the tilt percentage on that bucket.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. Well, Mike, I really appreciate you taking a minute and talk to me about it.
Yes, sir.
Big
Thank
changes,
you.
benchmark. They could probably find you guys on the web somewhere.
Yes.
If they looked you
we're
up.
at benchmarksupply.com.
Okay.
And yeah.
And
my
you guys
name is-
have locations.
we have locations in Raleigh, Concord. We also have 3 locations in Virginia, in
Good.
Chesapeake, Ashland, and Roanoke.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking a minute to talk to me today.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.